Bored of playing the guitar or even the drums?
Seeking something a little bit more specialised.
Something a little bit more upwind? In that case, grab your trombones and follow me to Trombone Champ Unflattened. And as usual, I'm not going to ask you to like and subscribe yet because it's too early in the video, but at any point that you decide that you want to, well, go ahead. So imagine you're in front of hundreds or thousands of people up on stage and it's your big day. You're the trombonist. And if you're familiar with anything like Guitar Hero, then you should be well at home here. Only you're not actually using a guitar, you're actually using a trombone, and a virtual one at that. And pretty well the aim of the game is to hit them notes. One trigger to, well, toot. Then with the other hand, slide it down and up in order to hit them notes and to, well, change those pitches. The game is, as you'd expect, scored and there are online leaderboards, should you happen to be better than me and able to get onto them. Each time you complete a song, you basically get a score between F and S. And this is worked out by different factors like how many combos you've hit, your nice hits, your okay hits, your champ level, and I think how long it actually lasted until you made a mistake and it went away. You also have another reason for earning these points, and the biggest reason is because you can earn coins. And what do coins make?
Prizes!
Okay, not quite prizes, but kind of. Basically, you get to earn these coins in order to go to the shop in order to buy cards. These cards are actually quite cool and they do have funny bits of information, some true, some kind of sketchy, whether they are legit or not. But then you need to match these cards with other cards in order to unlock other trombones. Match 2 required by the shopkeeper, and you can unlock a weird ass trombone that some do and some don't make different sounds. This felt like a great idea and a really cool way of unlocking items during the game. And then once you've got your new trombone, you can go through and paint it and even write on it. Don't like the colour scheme? Well, you could kind of make it worse like I have, but you can also tailor it to how you want it to be. Want to write some cool graffiti on it, unlike what I've done? Well, you can. Just remember, this is VR, it's not a miracle worker, and if you're really bad at doing these things like me, then you're
still really bad at doing them.
I would say, even though I haven't unlocked everything yet, there is a decent amount of songs here. Starting off from classical music right up to, I think, songs I recognise.
It's kind of hard to tell when they're in trombone mode.
And with each of these songs, there also comes difficulty levels and also challenges. And most of these, I believe, are hitting the right amount of notes and keeping combos going, blah, blah, blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
As well as playing your trombone in virtual reality, you can also play it in MR. And I wouldn't say that I enjoyed it as much as the VR, which is odd because I always enjoy the MR version better. But to me, A, it was easy to set up, and B, it just looked a bit smaller and a tiny bit more awkward because they literally were to my left and right, and I'm kind of partially blind in my left eye, so it felt a little bit less easy to hit the notes, if that makes sense. So this could be a me thing rather than a it thing. Graphics and sound. Okay, so the look is very, to me, cartoony, kind of basic, but it does the job. I like the way it brings up both sides. It's
just my eyesight that can't deal with that.
And I like the fact that when you're getting things right and near the end of scores, fireworks fire up and it gets really interesting. Likewise, I like all the different funny, quirky, weird trombones you can get, from ice cream trombones to just a plain black trombone aptly named Black Friday. I do like devs that have a sense of humour. Sound-wise, it does sound pretty decent. It does sound like a trombone, and the ones that don't sound like trombones sound
weird,
but they're meant to. And of course, I fail to see how any game could fail with crowd sounds, cheering and booing, and also your obligatory fireworks and the like. All in all, I think they've done a decent job in the looks and the sounds of this game. It does feel like they've put a little bit of love into it.
Blah, 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 blah.
And just before we get to that score, go ahead and hit them like and subscribe buttons if you haven't already.
The score.
I think this game could appeal to a lot of different people, although I think it may alienate others. I did find that my arms started to hurt after a while, and it did take me a little bit of time to get into tromboning properly without flailing my arms to the right, weirdly enough. Although, all in all, I actually had a better time than I thought. I kind of thought it was going to be slightly different to what it was, but it wasn't. Although it took a little bit of time to get into it, I thoroughly enjoy playing this game now, and definitely feel like I will go back to it. So, all in all, I'm going to give Trombone Champ Unflattened a pretty freaking decent 8 out of 10. Have you been tempted to toot your horn? Cheer!